and burn.
Hey everybody. So tonight's video is just asking whether or not Travis Bickle actually would have executed Palentine had the Secret Service guys not spooked him, caught wind of his presence there, and then started chasing him through the crowd, which prompted him to quickly exit the situation. Personally, I think he probably would have, because at least, actually, that's a really good question too, is why did he want to kill Palentine? I think he wanted to kill Palentine because in some sort of backwards way, he might have been doing it, trying to impress Betsy, Sybil Shepherd's character. I think that's at least why. Or maybe he was going to do it because his and Betsy's relationship didn't work out. So maybe he was going to kill, like, the man that she was representing in order to exact some form of, like, twisted revenge. I mean, do you think he actually would have followed through and executed Palentine had the Secret Service not, gotten in his way? Do you think he actually would have followed through and wiped the dude out? And had he, what would have been the purpose behind that? I mean, Travis Bickle says when he meets Palentine and Palentine's taken his taxi from A to B, Bickle says, well, I don't really keep up on politics. So it's not like he was invested in this situation from the jump, and then he hated Palentine because some of his policies and some of his beliefs in that, and something that he was going to attempt to institute once he won the election. No, Travis seemed fairly indifferent and disaffected by the world of politics. And so you can't argue that it would be Palentine the man himself that he was angry at, because he clearly had no idea who he was. The only reason I think he knows Palentine exists at all is because he saw Betsy volunteering at the Palentine headquarters, and that's what tripped this whole thing off for Travis. And you could see an emotionally damaged person like Travis conflicting over, like, well, what would impress a girl? Like, killing the man that she works for, do you think that would impress a female? Or maybe I should take her to a porno movie on our first date. Maybe that'll impress her too. And I gotta say, that is a risky move, taking a chick to a porno on your first date. I mean, it's a real risk, because when you get in there, if she's offended, she's done with you, because she's going to think you're a goddamn pervert. But then on the flip side, if she's into it, wow, that's going to be quite the relationship. You guys could have had sex in the theater for all you know, and that could have been quite fun. But I don't think Travis is really capable of differentiating one situation from another. Like, I don't think he could divorce Palentine from Betsy or Betsy from Palentine at this point. I think he's got them two so intertwined in his head that when he killed Palentine, maybe he was attempting to kill Betsy, or the memory of Betsy, or his lust for Betsy. Maybe he thought that if he wiped out Palentine, his feelings for Betsy would be wiped out as well. I mean, these things are all so possible because Travis Bickle is such an emotionally damaged character. He is so flawed, and I think that's why we've been able to discuss the character of Travis Bickle so successfully and endlessly since the release of Taxi Driver back, I think, in like '76. So, was he going to follow through and kill Palentine? And if so, what were his motives? Why was he going to kill Palentine? Was it to impress Betsy? Or was it to exact revenge on Betsy? I have no idea. And that's where I'm going to leave it, because this one ran a little long. My apologies. So thank you so much for hanging out with me for just a little over 3.5 minutes while I discussed if whether or not Travis Bickle from the 1976 movie Taxi Driver would have actually followed through and executed or assassinated Palentine like he seemed pretty dead set on in the movie. Yeah, don't forget that you guys are amazing, like always, and I will talk to you guys soon. Have a good night.